I live on the third floor of my apartment building. Every night at exactly 2:11 a.m., someone from the apartment below mine turns off the lights. The problem is that apartment has been sealed for years.
I moved into this building because it was cheap and close to my college. Old place, narrow corridors, flickering lights in the stairwell. When I first noticed it, I didn't think much of it. At night, when I studied late, I'd look out of my bedroom window. At 2:11 a.m., the light in the apartment directly below mine would switch off. Same timing, every night. After a week, curiosity got the better of me. I asked the security guard about it. He frowned and said, "That flat? No one lives there." I laughed, thinking he was joking. He wasn't. He told me the apartment below mine had been locked after an incident. No electricity, no water connection. That night, I watched the clock carefully. 2:10 a.m. 2:11 a.m. The light went off. My stomach tightened. The next morning, I went downstairs and stood outside the apartment. The door was sealed with old tape. Dust covered the handle. No nameplate. I pressed my ear against the door. Silence. But that night, the sound started. At first, it was just movement, something heavy being dragged across the floor. Then came the knocking. Not on my door, from below my bed. 3 slow knocks. I told myself it was plumbing. Old buildings make noises. Until I realized something. The knocking matched the layout of my room, like someone below knew exactly where I was standing. I stopped sleeping in my bedroom. I slept on the couch. The knocking followed. One night, I heard a whisper, muffled, strained. "Come down." I called my parents. They told me I was overthinking. So I stayed.
2 nights later, the power went out in my apartment. Complete darkness. Except for one thing. Light seeped through the cracks of the floor from the apartment below mine. I grabbed my phone flashlight and stood frozen. The whisper returned, clear this time. "You're standing where I stood." My phone vibrated. A building-wide message. "Maintenance check in progress. Please remain in your units." The knocking stopped. The light below turned off. The next morning, I went to the building office. I demanded answers. The manager sighed and finally told me the truth. Years ago, a tenant in the apartment below mine complained that someone was living above him, but there was no apartment above his. He stopped sleeping. He stopped eating. One night, he broke through the ceiling. They found him dead in my apartment, in my bedroom, standing exactly where my bed is now. I moved out the same day. Last night, in my new apartment, I checked the time. 2:11 a.m. The light in the apartment below mine turned off. I don't live above anyone anymore, but someone is still living below me. I live alone in my apartment, so explain why my door has 3 names on it. When I moved into apartment 407, there was one name taped to the door. Mine, a cheap piece of paper, black ink. I didn't think much of it. A week later, I noticed something odd. Another name had been added. Same handwriting, same paper. I assumed it was a mistake by the building staff. I peeled it off. That night, I woke up to the sound of paper tearing. Slow, careful. In the morning, the second name was back. This time, it was spelled correctly. I checked with the landlord. He looked confused. "There's only one person registered in that apartment," he said. "You." That night, I didn't sleep. At 2 a.m., I heard footsteps in the hallway. They stopped outside my door. I heard breathing, then the soft sound of paper being pressed flat. When I opened the door in the morning, there were 3 names. Mine, the second one, and a third, written shakily, like someone learning to write. I tore them all down. That evening, I came back to find only one name on the door. Not mine. I checked my ID, my wallet. Everything was still there. But when I tried to unlock the door, the key didn't work.
A voice from inside whispered, "You moved in. We didn't. My name is no longer on the door, but the apartment is still occupied."
I installed a security app for my apartment. It started sending me footage I never recorded. I live on the 6th floor of a large apartment complex. Lots of students, lots of strangers. After a few break-ins nearby, I downloaded a home security app. It claimed to use my phone camera for motion detection. I never activated it. Still, one night I received a notification. Motion detected. Bedroom. I was lying on my bed, alone. The app showed a still image, my room, from the corner near the ceiling. That angle wasn't possible. I deleted the app immediately. The next night, another notification arrived. Same app, reinstalled, motion detected, subject standing. The photo showed my room again. This time, someone was standing near my bed. Their face was blurred. I couldn't move. I checked the timestamp. The photo had been taken 3 minutes in the future. I slept at a friend's place. When I returned the next day, my apartment smelled different. Stale. Used.
That night, the app sent a video. A short one. It showed me sleeping. The camera angle was closer now. Lower. Like it had been placed on a chair. A final notification appeared. Optimal angle achieved. I moved out the next morning. Weeks later, I got one last alert. Monitoring resumed. The video showed a different bed, a different room, but the breathing in the audio was mine. I don't know where the camera is, but it knows exactly where I sleep. That's the end of tonight's stories. If any of them stayed with you, you know which one. Let me know in the comments. And if you want more stories,